All right, so this submission, we have a gold 2 chaotic interruption Mirage. Now, this is kind of like, I don't know, a bit of a joke thing in the community that players who are around a gold 2 standard should just queue CI Mirage, spam their skills, and they'll win their way up, and they've got no idea what they're doing. So you're kind of in an archetype at the moment, in a demographic that people sneer at a lot. We'll see how you go. This player actually showed us a game on Support Firebrand recently as well, but they said that they really wanted an episode on this CI game, so I thought I'd do this one. Let's see how they go. Looking at the composition, it's okay. It's a little bit volatile for your team, but I'm not particularly threatened or worried about anything here. As a CI Mirage, what I'm doing is I'm thinking about, like, who can I kill? I can kill that easily. I can probably kill this easily. I can probably kill this easily. I can definitely kill this easily, and I can probably kill this easily. I don't know whether this is going to change into an elite specialization. There's a thing in the game which is when someone first loads in, it takes a second to load up the icon. And if you pop the panel too early, you won't see it refresh until you double tap. So I'm guessing that's a Weaver, but if it genuinely is a Core Ellie, there's like a million things I can fight on this one. Looking at my comp, I see I have a Spellbreaker and a Soul Beast here. So I think personally, what I'm going to do at the gate is I'm going to watch to see where that Spellbreaker goes. If the Spellbreaker pushes side gate and wants far, then I'll let him do it. If he goes out on the right gate, though, I would go left and I would push far on this game. I would actually take the far point because I'm so confident. Whatever combination of 3 players here goes mid, it's a strong mid, all right? Especially at gold 2. So I would just go there, and it's not like I have that much support capability, right? If one of them gets focused and doesn't know how to kite, there's only so much I could do anyway if I were to take mid. So I'd actually split the enemy across 3 points on this one, and I would take the 1v1 on far, because I'm just so confident I pretty much have any matchup I want in the bag, right? I mean, maybe I don't have the mirror because they've got a Mirage as well, right, on the other team. But that's what I'm thinking. So I'm watching my Warrior. I'm seeing where my Warrior goes. If the Warrior pushes far, then fine, I'll be close. If he doesn't, I want the far point. So it looks like that's kind of what you're doing as well. You looked, and then you're looking at side gate. You're wondering. I would take side gate. So you're not. This is fine, though. And now I'd see if the Warrior splits off for home node. Okay, he didn't. By the way, if you really wanted home node, you can blink on top of this rock the second you drop out of the gate. And you can get there pretty much instantly. You can blink on top of the rock and jaunt off the other side, and you could be capping it already right now. If this is a 499 to 500 game, you could have won it if you'd done that maneuver at the start. I don't know. As I said on many videos, I think that just really efficient movement is good. I wouldn't hold a precast here, because if someone's coming over here, I don't know, this just feels dead. I would hold my camera a little bit better to watch for a cross. Crosses are very, very common on Forest, because people are so confident in being able to 1v1. I think you're slow here. There's no reason to go around the back of keep. I would go straight through the front of keep. You never verified somebody's coming over here as well. This is vulnerable to you getting decapped, and it's too slow. You could be impacting the fight faster if you went up the front. Also, it's a good idea to not use blink when leaving the node. Save it so that if a cross happens, you can blink back in response and not be decapped. A player of yours is down, so I'd Chaos Storm on that instantly and heal on that for the double Chaos Storm. You got the first Rups, it's too late. I would be filtering through the targets quicker now to see who I can hit. There's a down state over here, so I'd push deep, and I'd help make sure that our kill actually turns into something. The Reaper already cleaved it, so that's good, but he's really deep in their territory. I think you're being too passive. If your entire team has pushed through the line, I would push through it as well with them. I'd magic bullet this for peels. You opened with the 3, which was a bit too passive, I think. You tried to steal boons off of him, maybe before a magic bullet, which was kind of cool. I'd Chaos Storm on your low ally right now. That's exactly what you did, so that's good. I'd swing my camera for a second over to Beach to see if I can see that respawn. Remember that your Reaper got a kill. I'd swing it to see Beach, because you do have visibility on that for a second, and you'll know if he's going to go for a decap. And we'll all know in a second whether that ends up happening. So this was good. You got a kill. You took a shatter as well. That's very nice. What I would do now with these 2 kills manifested, and since you're clearly not interested in homing, is I'd jaunt up and I'd move around the side, because at this rating, I'm pretty sure they're going to engage on that beast in a second, and I would steal it. They don't need you. Remember what I said on the thing is, I don't know if everyone who submits watches all the videos of this, but when a kill appears, That should be your cue to think, should I leave or not? Okay, and 2 have happened now, and nobody is still left, right? Your players are only just getting on the balls of their feet. So I'd be moving already. And again, my priority would be looking at this beast for the steal of the inevitable. There you go. Can you see it's moving? Somebody's on it. So, yeah, and you're being decapped here. So both are very slow. You're climbing up to save the cooldown. Are you going to do your own beast? I wouldn't do your own beast on this. I think it's too low impact. I would snowball for the win over here, or I would counter their rotation. What I think is going to happen here is whatever just killed this beast is going to come and 1v1 this, leaving you vulnerable, extending the length of this game. I think also plus 2ing a Weaver that's just going to dodge around on the node for ages is kind of ugly as well. I think taking this beast is really bad because the guy that I just speculated might 1v1 this might come and take this too. Might just steal it from underneath you. We'll see. 2v1ing beast is awful. You've just put your team into a 3v5. Why would you do this? Awful play. Awful. I mean, I like your return to mid here though. Well, I liked your return to mid because it meant that you were only 2v1ing this. Now there's 2 players here and your guy's dead, so I would turn around again and I'd follow my necromancer. Your guy isn't dead. Your guy on far is dead. This is kind of tricky. Your 2v0 there, wasting time at beast, means you've got a lot of jobs to do here. It's dicey whether you win on close, and then you got a snowball here. Obviously, your warrior can respawn onto it, which is exactly what he did. So, actually, your rotation was the best one there, I think. I think you're disengaging from mid too quickly. I think you should have won mid with your ally here. Yeah, this is all wasted time now. You could have kept the aggression on that Scourge and killed him, especially with Daze Mancha procs up. You've now let your guy to die. So your hesitation there has been very bad. I would Mantra over that. You got it. Well done. And you did it late enough that his dodge roll stomp ended. I wouldn't try and res this right now. I would pull up to the side. I would still fight this, by the way, because this is still a kill for you. You've got so many cooldowns available. Yeah, if you dodged out, you wouldn't have eaten this insane Condi bomb. You're dead now, though. So, can't do anything anymore. Your team did win close. This is now really awful. Do you see how your warrior just moved in? If you were alive right now, you're supporting allies. Well, your 2 allies. You could follow up and do things. But because you're dead, it leaves this dicey. Do you see? How the enemy team's actually going to full cap during this. And then if the interrupts go badly over that body, it's even worse. But if you're alive, just surviving quite often is the best thing to do. Your respawn towards close here is good. You can get on this node, hold it full cap, and you can take this 1v1. I would have blinked onto this so he doesn't decap that much. This is going to be really annoying because one of the things about Weaver builds is they will pressure you off that node. I would heal right now on the node, right at the start of the 1v1, because it puts a Chaos Storm up, which protects you from the inevitable primordial stance and stuff, and also it gives you a free mirror, and then by the time the damage is actually coming back, you've got another heal available. It doesn't actually look like you're on double Chaos Storm. Either that or you're culling stuff out quite well. You popped double Mantra back-to-back there, did you? Did I just see that? That's not very good. Chaos Storm should have been your priority there. The phase retreat was completely unnecessary. You were going to have more than enough clones anyway. I'd dodge roll here for an ambush, and then I'd shatter, then let the warlocks turn into clones. That way you refresh everything. Your pressure could have been way, 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 way higher doing that. But still, it's pretty good. The Weaver didn't really know what he was doing, so you win that 1v1, which is what your build's for. It's to win these 1v1s. Against good Weavers, your build actually won't beat this. Against very good Weavers, you would want more cleanse on there. You don't have anywhere near the cleanse that you need. Here again, your rotation off of the close point, you didn't look with your camera to see across. You could be getting decapped right now. It could be really, really bad for you. Again, your instinct to move to mid is too slow as well. So look, he respawned onto it. At least you turned around and you thought about the fact that that might happen. So I would dodge as I move on because I'm scared of an updraft. I actually don't know what this guy's offhand is right now. I haven't really paid attention to that. There's the updraft. He is dagger off. So yeah, I would hold the node. You're in the correct position here. I think this is perfectly fine. And then when you get low, I would hope that this guy dips on. I think is he stealth? Just for a second. You've still got the last tick of decap. By the way, it's very rare to see a decap go to that value. That's really strange. What UI are you on? Anyway, yeah, so you sort of blinked off. I would hope that this guy knows that you want to do a little trade there, but whatever. As for your mechanics, killing a Reaper, this is fine, right? I'm not sure whether I caught it, but you might have stolen his stab. That's the best way. He goes Reaper Shroud, you steal the stab, and you just train interrupts on him, and it's a guaranteed win. With this kill, I don't think you want to stomp this, especially while this guy is also stomping it. Realistically, good players, you both leave it. There's actually kind of a funny play you could have made there. You could have gone to stomp and held your stomp, and then he might think, oh, there's no reason to double stomp, so he leaves, and then you cancel yours, so you get to bleed. You could have done that. You could have, like, mind-gamed your own ally. Anyway, your enemy weaver disengaged, which is pretty smart. It's good that he actually moved away. That means you no longer have to watch for a respawn cross, so you're free to get to mid straight away. You should be recasting your mantra right now. Don't go to beast. I could see you. No. Coming here is all low and low impact. You never even looked with your camera. This is all very slow. Don't do this. Go to mid and win mid. There's not much reason to look here. I'd look at kills that have happened. It's a Scourge, but only just came through. I would go to mid here. Yeah, I would even blink up the side. I'd get on that node as well when your ally has to get off. Until then, I'd take the low target, not the high one. Scan the health bar of your enemies and see which ones are actually low, and then make sure your first target's on them. So this is good. I'd get ready to res as well if you need to. Now that this first down's gone through, I wouldn't stomp these. I'd leave. You don't need to be here anymore. I'd go straight back. I'd actually come down like this, because then you have good visibility on any potential crosses, and you can move towards far, which is important here for now. In a more high-rated game, I would expect all my allies would have moved already, and I would cap this, and I would hold this, and I would back node, and I would position myself around here. But they're all being a bit slow. There's no reason for you to come up around here. You need to help your warrior. You remember the maneuver I said coming through here? That would have paired you up with your warrior already, and you would be helping him out. As it looks, he's going to die on his own with no support. Well, not no support. The ranger did that, but that should be your gameplay. Going for this boss is a bad play. You're going to get decapped by the weaver potentially in the... Oh, mind you, you have a respawn. I wasn't thinking of that. I wonder if you were. Your necro stayed at least. This is, as far as beasts go, this isn't one of the worst beasts in the world. Let me just be clear. The necro is now turning it into a throw because he's not watching your close point. See this? Well done. You turned around. That's you. You did that. You saw that awareness, and you knew it was a risk, and you saw it. That's good. You held the blink for the right time as well, so you get max 1200 value out of it. You held the node. This is good gameplay. Well done. I'd be on Chaos Storm. I wouldn't drop this. You want to use this to transfer burns. You have to wait till you get burned, watch for 2 dodges in a row, and then use it. You got a plus from your necro. So you want to finish this quickly. I would push with this aggressively. There's no reason to stay on the node for now. You don't want to let that guy escape, realistically. That's a good, comfortable kill for you. And then you want to maneuver your way up to mid. Your choice to exit this node this direction all the time is frustrating to me. I would go left so that you can see clearly what's going on. I don't like leaving this node walking that way. Okay, what I would do now, the really big play, is to use the blink spot to jump straight through that wall and get to mid. Like, you could be literally on the ramp to mid right now if you knew the blink spot. That's a fun little thing that maybe you want to learn about. I think I showed that off on the stream recently. In any case, you can more slowly do it. Obviously, pressure this. Mind Rack is all I'd spend on that. One of the rare occasions where Mind Rack could be pretty good. Since this is clean, I'd actually now turn around. I can honestly say I would have made the same over rotation. I'd turn around because the Weaver, again, is going to do the same thing again. So you want to be there. You're not there. Your position is very bad for this. Your Ranger, once again, making up for your gameplay. This is nice. Ranger's helping you out a lot here. If you watch, you'll probably engage on it in a second. There it is. And he makes sure he's on the node. You're not too slow, though. You're not too bad at this. And now all you have to do is just pick one of these points and you win the game. You could choose mid or you could choose close. It doesn't matter. And you've won. So I think that was a very easy breezy game for you. I've obviously had a lot to comment on, though. And I think if you want more advice about CI and stuff, I'd want to see some more 1v1s. I'd want to see your position and be a bit different. I wouldn't even worry too much about... I would have Chaos Stormed on this and just played nice and defensive here. I'd be very cautious now about the Reaper, but yeah. So there you go. Congratulations on League Dominator. Fun game. Nice quick one. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.